Hello and welcome to episode 22 of This Week at Shrouded. I'm your host, A. Greener, with three guests today, 4x4 strings, Mr. Good Saint, and the always cheery Mr. _ Wrecked. First thing he did. He made a mean face. All right. So, welcome back to the show. Thank you so much for listening, watching, whatever you happen to be doing. There's not a whole lot to go over this week. Some things in Destiny, obviously. The TWID still doesn't sound right. The TWID is a little light on details. Good lord, is it ever? I don't know if they just took the week off and threw this out. Like, this has probably got to be the smallest TWAB TWID of all time. One of them. Anyway, there's like nothing on it at all. It's like, hey, how's it going, guys? And then known issues. Like immediately. After the Bungie Day Giving Festival. It's crazy. Anyway, we'll go over that today. We might mention the community focus because they dropped one today. We'll see what he does. I've never seen the name before and I haven't read it. And then we're going to talk about, well, first we're going to talk about all the stuff that we do in Destiny and or other games this week. Or what we're looking forward to, or, you know, we were talking about some stuff in the pre-show. We might bust some of that out too, kind of pad it, because we have a problem keeping this under an hour. But I have the sneaking suspicion today that we may have a problem keeping it
at an hour,
to an hour.
We won't even get there.
So let's pad it up with some stuff that we're looking forward to and or doing or whatever. So why don't we start with the people that... We're going to start with 4 strings because he's first on my screen.
I am enjoying Destiny 2 again after 51 attempts of solo flawless Ghosts of the Deep. I finally managed to kill that insipid wizard. And as my first full clear as well. So that's done, and now I can actually enjoy the game again.
I mean, okay. I saw you streaming that.
Yep.
And I was like, and I kept seeing the title over and over again, like here's
Just
another
the number
attempt,
goes
here's
up.
another attempt,
The number
here's
goes
another
up.
attempt, here's another attempt, and I'm like, I get it. Sometimes I've done that before in certain ones. I don't think I've ever had to do that many attempts, but that's besides the point. But I'm wondering if it made you hate the game so much that you're saying you enjoy it again. Why were you, like, what was the purpose of doing it?
I think the thing is that the plan was to do it a day one. I was supposed to do it with Good Saint and Tacos, admin of Devils. And on that day, my phone died on me. Like half an hour before we were scheduled to start. Like it turned off and would not turn on again. And so I was trying to get it to turn on, and so we ended up starting an hour late, and it was like 10 o'clock my time by the time we got to the final boss. And my head wasn't in the right place, and so I dropped out, got someone else to fill my spot. And after that point, I got it into my head that since I didn't get day one, I will have my first full clear be solo flawless. And then I got fixated, and that's basically all I did for 3 weeks in Destiny.
You were obsessed.
Yes, it became an obsession, but I managed in the end. I got it down to the point where everything up till the final boss I do in like 28 minutes. First encounter, traversal, underwater, Ekthar, all that I can do in like 29 minutes, 28 minutes. Because I did it so many times. But it became like full-on tunnel vision. But that's it. I did it. It's done. Moving on.
That's cool. No, that's fun.
Yeah, because I kind of did the same thing with Spire, because obviously I didn't do it as my first clear. I did a lot of clears before I started attempting solo flawless, but I really wanted the bow, not knowing that it wasn't that great of a bow. And so I just wanted to check off all the things that increased your chance because I was having the worst RNG. Like, no matter what, I wouldn't get the bow. And so one of the things to get an increased drop chance is to solo flawless. So I worked on getting solo flawless. I don't think it was that many attempts. And so I figured since I got solo flawless for Spire, I might as well go for solo flawless for Ghosts. And then it just sort of spiraled from there.
I mean, it makes sense. Sometimes I get into this mood where I want to do it, and then I do it. So I did back in the day. The first one I ever did, I was like, well, I'm gonna solo flawless prophecy, because I actually liked the rewards for those. I forget which one is which and what's for one, but you get a cool emblem for one, you get the bunny shell for another, and then the OK Sparrow for the other one. Mm-hmm. So that's either one of them solo, one of them's flawless, and one of them's solo flawless.
Yep.
So I was like, I'm going to do that. And I did it, and I enjoyed it, and I had fun. And then I was like, well, I might as well do another one. So I went back and did Pit of Heresy, and that was actually really easy. Mm-hmm. But then I was like, I've only done Shattered Throne twice in my Destiny career. So and the first time I did it, I was carried through it completely. And the second time I did it, I grabbed a Thrall's checkpoint for AFK farm, and somebody joined my fire team and pushed me out of that zone and up into the boss. So when I came back to the computer, I was like, well, I might as well try to beat this boss, and then I did. So that was my second clear. So my point is, I don't really know Shattered Throne that well, so I haven't bothered to go back and try to solo flawless it. Yeah. And then I never did grasp. I don't care for grasp. I only did grasp itself to get like the stasis hand cannon, and then I was like done. I think I have like 4 clears. Never liked it. I mean, it's not bad, but
It was alright.
I would say that grasp is my least favorite, even lower than prophecy.
Well,
I love prophecy.
What's shitty about grasp is you have like a good rhythm and like momentum going forward, and then you hit like that mine part, and then like all that just fucking drops because that encounter it just drags on, even with the fucking full fire team, and it makes the dungeon not fun. If you remove that and go from Sparrow to final boss, then I think it'd be a lot more enjoyable. But with that in there, nah.
Yep.
Okay, and then what? Oh, and then Duality was a glitch fest. I've soloed that, but I've never solo flawlessed it. And then Spire. I don't know. It felt easier when I decided to do it, so I was like, well, I could do this one. I think it took like 5 or 6 attempts. Not sure.
Yeah, Spire. The biggest thing that slows you down in Spire is just the sheer amount of health that the bosses have.
Oh my god!
Especially the first boss. Like the first boss.
The Harpy's got a lot, yeah, for sure.
And the fact that you're limited to only precision damage means you can't use your super, and you're really stuck just having to get into a rhythm and doing just the right amount of damage, as much as you can without dying and getting blown up.
Oh yeah, I get it, for sure. Yeah, I got a rhythm down with that one, and then I mean I haven't tried to solo flawless Ghost yet, so we'll see. I might. I need to solo it, obviously, for the level 11.
Yep.
But that's it. So, I guess it depends on how bad RNG I have, because that's the reason I really did Spire itself. Because I didn't have hierarchy either, and I had quite a few runs of Spire because I don't know. There's something addictive about shooting those wire things, and they're just going, you know.
Yep. I 100% feel that.
Yeah, it feels good. Anyway, so it was a fun dungeon. So I had a ton of clears in that, and ironically, it was either the clear after my solo flawless or my solo flawless where I got hierarchy, and then I was like, oh, I need to go back because I never got Duality's sword.
Yep.
And I went back.
I went back and did that. I don't have the catalyst for the bow yet. I did master the last day of Season of the Seraph because to get the title, the wanted title, but I didn't have the bow yet. I got bow my first run after, like in season of Defiance. So my first run in Season of Defiance, I got the bow, but it was after I did Masters, so I still have to do Master.
Oh, gotcha. You need to do Master to get the Catalyst?
Yes.
I don't remember if I have the Catalyst or not. So.
Yeah, that's how they're doing it now for all the dungeon exotics. In order to get the Catalyst, you need to do a Master run after you get the exotic.
You just got to do the boss on Master.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then with the Navigator now, it actually adds an entirely new boss in as well. Like you have another boss to actually kill, and you have an acolyte to kill after you do all the other stuff for the Catalyst during the Master run.
Oh, the new one.
Yeah, so you have 3 bosses to kill if you're doing a Catalyst run on Master instead of 2.
What? That's crazy. All right, I'll take it. Something different to do. It's ironic though because like I don't always run for those Catalyst things. Like I don't have Catalyst for Vex. I don't have the Catalyst for Touch of Malice. I don't have the Catalyst for... Is there a Catalyst for Collective Obligation?
No.
So they just didn't do one for that? That's hilarious.
They might do it in future seasons.
I know, but they usually release them typically with the raid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I say that, I guess, but this new one doesn't have a Catalyst either. Does it?
I don't think so.
So maybe they only do it with reprised raids. I guess we'll have to see next season.
Yep.
That's weird. All right. Good Saint, what have you been doing this week?
Destiny, Clan War stuff. Can't really think of anything super big that I did in game.
Did you try Ghost of Tsushima?
I did. I don't know.
You don't like it?
Like I like open world games and everything like that, but for some reason it felt very slow paced to me, and I couldn't like. Normally, like when I start a new open world game, I get like fully into it, and I forget whatever other game I've been playing and just completely main that until it's done. This one, I like had to take it in like hour like sections, and like, all right, I'll play a little bit. I'm like, okay, I'm getting real bored of this, and we'll go to something else. And then I'm like, all right, I really want to play it, and then I'll log on and play like, okay, I'm getting bored of this now. We'll go do something else. And it just wasn't satisfying the itch that I thought it was going to give me. I don't know. It's like what is there is fun, but it just isn't like other open world games that I've played. And I don't know why. Because all the other shit is there. Like the Formula 4, the good open world game is there, but it just didn't sit well with me for some reason. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I mean, that's fine. Not everybody has to like every game. It's just ironic that that's your opinion when I look at Ghosts and I'm like, this formula is better than regular open world game formulas. So it's just like, because I am tired of seeing a map full of collectibles, and I know there's collectibles in that, but it's just not, it's not everywhere. Maybe, I don't know, I played the game like 2 years. Maybe they are everywhere. I only remember, I can't even remember anything other than the foxes, actually. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, the foxes, the singing crickets, the like different sword skins and helmets and masks and all that kind of shit. No, there's some other stuff too. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I can't describe why it's not like it's. I enjoy it, but I don't enjoy it as much as other open world games, I guess.
How dareth you? I'm just kidding.
I'm looking more in the not too distant future. The game I'm looking forward to is Remnant 2 because I loved the first one. Remnant was awesome. So I'm definitely looking forward to the second one. Souls-like shooter, I'm down.
I tried the first one and played it for like 20 minutes and then never played it again. So. I mean, there's probably nothing against it. Just
Yeah.
it takes a lot to get me into a game nowadays. Just because I don't have the time. Yeah, unfortunately. All right. Is that everything? You watch any good movies? Go outside, talk to people. I know you did do that. So.
What's up? I mean, I try to avoid going outside as much as possible.
Yes, I was making a joke.
Introvert is. Movies? No, I don't think. I mean, I guess the wife and I illegally watched Fast X on at home.
Oh yeah, is that any good?
Cars go fast. Mindless, stupid action. That's about it. Just
I mean, that's what they're supposed to be. Yeah. So as long as that's there,
it's not gonna win a fucking Oscar or anything like that shit. But it's.
Could you imagine they dropped a Fast and the Furious that was like Oscar-worthy movie? Like, how fucking weird would that be? Yeah, he wouldn't have. He'd have to die at the very beginning and have no lines. But yeah, that'd be crazy. What a surprise that would be. We're just all chilling, expecting the next Fast 5, 6, 7, or 8. Just these crazy displays of ridiculousness, and then just like this fucking the Goodfellas drops, like a movie of that caliber. You know, it's just like, what the fuck. Anyway,
they'd have to have an all new cast.
Yeah, most of them. I'm trying to think of any of them if they can act. You know what? Normally Jason Momoa can act, but I'm suspect
he was very good in this movie.
I was gonna say I was suspecting them to go over the top with him.
Yeah. I don't know if he is, but in the movie he's very like in his mannerisms, like very flamboyant and outgoing and all that kind of stuff, but like in a crazy way. Yeah. And it came off really, really well. So I enjoyed his character a lot.
Okay. That's good. Everyone else in those movies except for Charlize Theron sucks. So she's
Tyrese Gibson.
Well, Michelle Rodriguez is fine. She's a fine badass actress, but like she's not
character in every movie.
She's not a good actress, you know.
No, but she's the same character in every movie.
Tyrese, no, he's just not a good actor. Ludacris, no. Vin Diesel.
John Cena. I mean.
Oh, that the girl that was in Game of Thrones. She's a good actor. I don't know if she was in Fast X, but she was in 7 and like 9 or something.
She was in the movie.
She's really good.
That's where I remember her from. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can't remember her name though. But yeah, she's Game of Thrones. She got her head cut off. Goodbye, head.
A lot of people got their heads cut off.
Well, she was standing. She was standing on a really big wall, and her boyfriend was watching. And Cersei cut. Well, technically, the mountain cut her head off, and it made them really mad. So she killed all the civilians in the city with her dragon.
Yep.
And then the internet exploded in anger. That's basically how the story went. Yeah.
Those last 2 seasons were garbage.
I know we're getting on a tangent here, but like
this is the episode for tangents.
But listen, like you watch this show for 5 or 6 seasons, and everything is drawn out and meticulous. It makes you really feel the difficultness in traveling from place to place and following this whole story. And then they're fucking in the 7th season, within 2 episodes, they're on the other side of the ocean, they're up north, they're down south, they're over here, they're fucking over there. They're just everywhere. It's like, where did these teleporters come from? And I get Daenerys can fly around, but no one else can, man. No one else can.
I'm gonna the big epic battle that was in what I think it was season 8, episode 2 or 3, where they fought the
White Walkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That battle was by far the worst fantasy battle in like cinema history, in my opinion. It was all dark. You couldn't see shit. It wasn't epic at all. I don't know. It didn't feel.
Oh, it was dark. That's for sure.
it didn't feel noteworthy of this super big bad threat coming to literally wipe out all of humanity, and it got that. I feel like it should have been at least been like 2 episodes.
Oh yeah,
or
and
in
then they like
episodes.
fought him, and then like a 9-year-old saves the world.
Well,
Like, okay,
I like Arya.
yeah,
but
that's
I feel
fine.
like
We
that
can
was
like
kind of a
her.
cop-out.
She
It's kind of a
should. She
cop-out.
should not have killed the fucking White Walker King or whatever the fuck he is. Like out of nowhere, like here she comes flying across the ocean too. Like,
Well, and then spoiler. I guess.
oh, we're good. We're like 4 or
past
5
that.
years away. Yeah.
Yeah. The very, very end when like they crown Bran king, he's like, "Oh yeah, I was just waiting for it. I knew you guys were gonna do that. Thanks, by the way. I knew all this. Like, what a pompous prick."
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that was dumb, and that scene too. I don't know. What a fucking disaster. So the last good like season was the season with the Battle of the Bastards. That was a good fight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've
Ramsay
watched
was- he was a good
approximately one episode of Game of Thrones.
Oh, nice, nice. The first episode's a good episode. I love incest.
That checks out.
Incest and killing children. I mean, he doesn't die.
Check out
Spoiler.
the Shrouded OnlyFans.
Spoiler alert. He doesn't die. He's just crippled from the waist down, or the neck down. Fuck, I can't remember. Can he use his arms?
Yeah. I think it's just his legs.
Okay. All right. Waist down.
I read the first 2 books. Decided I didn't like George R.R. Martin's writing style. His propensity for killing characters, like main characters, in meaningless ways.
I mean, it's realistic.
And,
That's what I like
then
about
I
it.
read, and then I saw the episode, and I was like, "Yep, this is just that stuff I didn't enjoy." So
Yeah. But no, I remember watching the Battle of the Bastards, and then like John's horse dies to arrow, and then like to the arrows, and then like he stands up and unsheathes his sword, ready to fight like a whole army. That
Yeah,
shot from behind him was so good, and then he should have just been fucking slaughtered there. That would have been hilarious. But no, the rest of the army shows up to save his ass. But whatever. Stannis' army, I think. I can't remember.
Yeah.
And he fucking lit his daughter on fire.
He
Jesus
was a
Christ.
psycho too.
Can't handle that shit. That show was fucked. Anyway, okay, that was weird. We made it to Game of Thrones. Impressive. Wrecked? You got anything going on this week?
Diablo 4, more Diablo 4. Trying to get my renown grind done before the season starts. I'm not actually concerned about getting my character to level 100. I just want to get my renown done and get the tier 4 capstone done, and then I'll be satisfied. I don't know if I'm going to make it though. I'm already running out of steam for Diablo, so.
Let's go! It's not a Destiny killer!
And then, playing a little bit of Destiny. Trying to catch that fish to start the new exotic quest, but it has not been fruitful as of yet.
Took me 2.5 full rotations to get one.
I got it.
What's a rotation?
Like from when a public event ends to when
Oh,
a
okay.
public event starts to like wipe it clean.
Gotcha. Alright.
And those are-
Well, that must be nice.
I got it on the first
I burned a
attempt
couple
this
hundred
morning.
fish on it and still don't have it yet. I had a couple hundred bait on it and still don't have it. So,
Yeah, I was lucky. I got it first attempt.
Wife got
You in like your first cast?
Not first cast, but
Oh.
first pawn.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah, no.
I would have been like, oh well, I'm done playing Destiny forever. I'm never gonna get RNG like that again.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that good.
So I was in Apex chat at the time and told them I was going fishing. They could join me if they want. And a couple minutes later, Wave joins me. And I tell Wave as he's flying in, listen, you catch this stupid fish before I do, I'm going to ban you. And he's fishing, and every once in a while he goes running out. But then he stops fishing, he goes quiet on comms, and he's just standing there. He won't run out to get his fish.
Oh
I'm
no.
like, Wave. After a few minutes, I'm like, Wave, why aren't you fishing? There's an exotic fish out there, isn't there? You're scared to go pick it up, aren't you? So he runs out there and he picks it up, and I see the new exotic fish appear in the feed, and he just turns around, gets on a sparrow, and drives away.
That's pretty funny. I like that.
Yeah, and then I banned him. I mean, what? I didn't do that.
That'd be hilarious too. I'd say it's okay. I banned someone this week. I'm not going to talk about it, but it felt good. It's been a while. Yay for banning!
Yay for banning.
This isn't the SGC drama podcast.
I try not to call anybody specific out, other than like 2 weeks ago when I was talking about Crunch.
Yeah, all right, fair. Fuck that guy. I mean, what? Love you, Crunch.
He doesn't watch this shit. And if he does, then, well... Go watch 2 episodes ago.
I also did some pop-up bounties for Clan Wars this week that most people were able to complete, even if they were, doing remote play from their cell phone. But
champion.
It
other
worked.
people were not.
I did make it up.
How that works.
You
At
did,
15
yes.
frames per second.
He's trying to call me out because...
I didn't call anybody.
I had plans when that shit came up, and I was running out of time, and I was like, I'm gonna try to do it anyway, and then I just couldn't get on that little fucking lip, dude. Wouldn't do it.
Yeah, in local chat, just before I see him leave the zone, it says, "Pick a better spot next time," and then he leaves.
I wanted the point, man. I was mad I had to leave. I was like, oh, this is fucking bullshit.
It doesn't always work out. Nix is a little mad that I did it when there were 2 raids in Apex going on at the time. So that's 12 people that were online, but that were busy and couldn't just come out to do it.
You know, they can just leave the raid and go back.
I know that, but for whatever reason, didn't want to do it, I guess.
Whiners.
But it was a good time. I enjoy watching people try to jump and fail. It was fun.
Yep. I couldn't do it. And the few times I got on the lip of, like, underneath that air conditioner and onto the I don't know, the rain blocker thing above it, I couldn't go anywhere else. Like, I didn't know. Like, if you just jump up, there's a wall there. You jump sideways, there's a wall there.
You just had to keep jumping. Eventually, you would have jumped over and landed on the air conditioning unit thing that was on the roof, and then you would have been fine.
There's no way to know that.
The trick is to aim a little to the left of that air conditioner. That's where the ledge, the grabbing is easiest for some reason. You don't aim right for the air conditioner, you aim a little to the left.
Whatever. Doesn't matter now. I didn't get the points. And then I went and built a garden before it got dark. I mean, it's just wood. I mean, I put I built a thing around a garden so I can put up a chain wire fence or whatever you call them.
Nice.
And I had to do it before it got dark. And this thing was going on. It was 9:30 my time, I think, by the time I eventually gave up, and then it was already dark. I had to put a headlamp on to finish, so I should have just fucking
Green the miner.
I should have just stayed and finished it and then went and I don't know, built it today. It doesn't matter. It's done now. And I didn't get any Clan Wars points. Suck it, souls. Okay. Cool. My turn. I don't think I played much Destiny this week. I logged on and tried to jump up around a bunch, but that's the only thing I can think of. I did want to guild my Iron Banner this week, but I'm busy until Sunday, so maybe I'll do it on Sunday or Monday.
Did you see the cutscene at least?
Haven't watched it yet. I forgot about it. I was gonna watch it so I could talk about it.
Spoil it.
Rip. Damn, I forgot about that. I should have done it. I had plans to do it so we could have discussed it. I mean, you guys can just talk about it. I don't care about lore. We'll get to it in a minute if we get to it. Okay. So other stuff. A little bit of Destiny, not much. Gonna play some Iron Banner later this week. Eruption, baby, let's go. I don't like it that much, but fun. I bought Final Fantasy 16. Haven't played it. I played more Diablo. I recently found out 1,000 people are done, and I'm sad because I'm only level 56. I wasn't even close.
So are you deleting that character now?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think it would still be cool to get to a level 100 hardcore character. But nobody else in the community is playing with a hardcore character. So, like, there's nobody I can play with. Because Eternal and hardcore characters can't play together. They're two different servers.
Gotta push that Shrouded Diablo claim then.
There's already like 110 people in it.
Yeah,
Not
there's
a
lot of
single
people.
one of them is hardcore.
They're all playing Eternal like a bunch of pussies.
Green is the hardest of cores.
Yes.
I've already lost 3 characters though. This is my 4th one.
Ouch.
I lost one at level 10, one at 26. Lost one the other day at level 49. And then now I have one that's level 56. So that
What
was...
you need is somebody who's got a hardcore character that's a higher level than that can help you just power level to.
Well, we could do
50
that.
Plus.
But my thought process is I'm gonna grind her out, and if I make it to 100, then I'm just gonna say, hey everybody, want me to get you to level 50 and clear your tier 3 and tier 4 for you, and then we'll have a bunch on hardcore, and we'll have a bunch of people on hardcore, and then we'll all play on hardcore like cool people, and then we'll go PvP each other, and whoever wins the battle royale at the end is the only one that survives with their character, and they get $1 million.
PvP in Diablo is such a fucking troll, dude.
I don't even understand. Like, I only have 1,400 health, but when I smash my fist down on the ground, it does like 12,000 damage to everybody around. Is it? Is that what PvP is like though, or is the modifiers adjusted?
Here's how what PvP is like. Losers from tier 4 with level 80 plus characters who just want their horse and don't want to face the possibility of getting killed down tier themselves to world tier 3. Then they go and they sit in the town in one of the Field of Hatred zones, and they wait for somebody that's 30 or 40 levels lower than them to come wandering through and leave the town. Then they follow them out into the zone, wait for them to pick up enough stuff to go try to extract it, and then they just gank them. That they take their stuff and they go back to town and they repeat the cycle.
I mean,
If you confront them on it, they will boast about how they're such good PvP players. I know because some people on the server have done just this. When in actuality, they're a bunch of fucking pussies.
That's like it's like them in their behavior. It's like stereotypical fantasy game, you know, first level, the thieves that are closing the town and ambushing merchants on the road. They're like that.
Yeah, look, I don't care if you're going to go out and gank people. That's fine. But don't also go and boast about how you are clapping cheeks in PvP because you're such a great Diablo player, all right? I know what's going on. You're killing people who are at least 30 levels underneath you. And if there was anybody that was remotely close to your level, you would run like a scared little bitch.
Okay, so why would anybody care if they die in Eternal anyway?
It's because when you die in PvP, all the you have to gather.
Yeah, it's like an extraction.
In PvP, you have to gather dust. You go turn it. You gather a resource. You turn it into dust. You take that back to town. You spend the dust. Right. If you get killed, you lose all of it, and they take it from you.
Yeah. Okay. So
That's why they care. And to get the horse that everybody wants out of there, and to get some of the gear, it's a significant investment in time to get those resources. Like
Okay.
a significant time investment.
okay, fair enough. Sounds like any extraction shooter, though. Even the players that camp or bush camp in Tarkov, in DMZ. What else is there? Anyway, they bush camp extraction zones. Just kill people on their way out and take their loot and leave.
I think extraction shooters like, Tarkov or, those kind of FPS ones. Yeah, there's still a gear discrepancy. Like somebody who's out there and they're targeting the right people, they're gonna have the advantage even if people return fire. But even in Tarkov, even if you're massively geared, there's still a possibility that you're just gonna get yourself ganked. All right, in the return fire, it's still a possibility. It's not a possibility at all in Diablo. One of these players comes along, you have no chance at all. Your only chance is to just say, "All right, I've had enough. I'm leaving this zone." That's all you can do. Right?
Run.
That's it. Right?
Run for your life.
It's kind of like the Division in that way. In the Division, in the Dark Zone, it was very possible for you to run up against a player if you were by yourself and they were by themselves, or even two groups, where they were so much better geared than you that you would just get murdered and you wouldn't have a chance. And I kind of think that's dumb. I don't mind the extraction shooter genre in general, because you always at least have a chance to win a fight, even if it's an uphill battle. But in games like Diablo, there's no chance whatsoever out the gate. You just lose.
Yeah.
You cannot mathematically win the fight.
DDoS them.
No. So when people boast about that shit, it just grinds my gears because it's fucking stupid.
What if they're actually fighting?
If you're actually going out and fighting characters that are of equal level than you, all right, well, there you go. That's fine. Then that's build versus build, right? I have no problem with that. But that's not what the majority of people are doing.
Just being bitches. I've actually been thinking about that running around on my hardcore character, because I was like, can I accidentally stumble into a PvP zone and to just get fucking murdered?
No. You have to go into the PvP zone,
and
then you have to either flag yourself for PvP while you're in there, or you have to. And when you flag yourself, that's when you can collect the resources and then you can extract.
Sure.
So.
Okay. So I'm pretty good. All right, cool. I was worried about that going into some of the undiscovered areas of the map because I don't know where it is exactly. And then I've also heard in the Helltide you can get one shot by like a fucking meteorite.
Yeah. I mean, the stuff falling out of the sky, it hurts quite a bit.
Cool.
I've never been seriously damaged enough to worry about being one shot, but I'm only running tier 3. I can't speak to tier 4. There is a boss that wanders around called the Helltide Assassin that even at tier 3 I can't even. It's beyond my ability to do anything about. Like I can fight it indefinitely. I can fight that thing for a whole hour of Helltide and not die, but I might get it down a third of the way of its health. It's so tanky.
You need to play with people. Stop being such a grump.
I do play with a couple of people sometimes.
Oh, okay. Last time we talked about this, you were just like, Diablo grouping experience is terrible.
For dungeons, it absolutely is. Unless you're trying to get power level, or you're playing with people that are your same level.
Sometimes, I don't know. If I was to get together with someone to play Diablo, it would be to just grind dungeons. Like that's all I'm gonna do if I'm playing with someone.
Being with somebody who just wiped the dungeon for me, that was boring. I didn't like that at all.
You didn't like picking up all the gold and the gear and the equipment and going to sell it?
There wasn't even time to do that. He was moving so fast.
Oh, well then tell him.
I mean, I could have gone back and explored to get it, but the capstone dungeon was over so quickly. I didn't even get a chance to hit the boss. Like before I could get to the boss with my barbarian, all right, he was dead.
Well, it's your own fault for doing that in a capstone.
So, if I were grinding XP, that'd be one thing. But just going out and doing the dungeon for the first time, I like to explore them. I like to completely clear them out, and find if there's any journal pages or whatever or lore things in there. Because I've been enjoying the Diablo lore. All the side quests have been fun. They're interesting. So I'm enjoying collecting all that stuff in the game.
The only side quest that I cared about so far is Sister Octavia. The rest of them are boring as shit.
Okay. Well, there's a couple that are bad that are just basically fetch quests, but most of them are involved and lengthy, and you know.
That guy whose son is like dead on the end of the bridge, that's such a silly one. Why is that guy so scared of his son's ghost? Like, chill the fuck out, bro. You live in hell.
Did you finish that quest?
Well, I mean, I went to the dungeon and came back, and then he's like, no, no, no. And then I got my reward, yeah.
Okay.
You're supposed to be dead. I don't care. Who gives a shit? Wait,
Yeah,
what? Does something happen?
Yes, it's because his son, if you read the intro story, his son was sent away to that asylum because he killed another kid.
Okay.
Turned out his son didn't kill the other kid. The ghost was haunting the father because the father is the one that killed the other kid, but let his son take the blame for it.
That's fucked up.
That's a thread throughout the side quests in Diablo. There's at least a 50% chance the person that you're helping for the side quest is actually like a bad guy,
Oh, yeah.
and you end up fighting him at the end. So
Also, spoiler alert, alert for Diablo story. But that guy getting scratched at the end, Dolan, and dying. What a fucking... Who wrote that shit?
Died from a scratch, really?
Well, I mean, he got fucking clawed pretty good, but like... This thing, like, made its way out of a stone, and like... kitty catted the dude, but like... They... Like, ripped up his torso and shit, and his fucking guts.
Green's like it's a scratch, but when I saw that, there was a lot of blood.
Yeah,
It
but
looked
like...
a little scratch to me.
But I mean, like, come on. Like, you're in hell. Don't stand near the giant pillar with, like, demons embedded into it. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, it was just, we've been through so much, and then we're just, like, standing there chilling, and, like, fucking, just, like, walks over there and just, like, gets fucking murked. And it's just bad. That's bad writing. Bad writing. You know what? Have him run at Lilith or some shit, and have him have his fucking head ripped off and body split in two or some shit. That would have been way cooler. Also, how are we strong enough to fight Lilith by ourselves? I hate games like this where you're the super... Like, you're just a nobody at the beginning, but you're like a superhuman fucking crazy Superman by the end of the game. And then you can take on, like, God by yourself with no help. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. And that's exactly what we're going to do with Destiny. Against the Witness.
Well, where does the Witness come from?
Maybe if they don't fumble the ball,
I don't know.
and they do some Deus Ex Machina at the end where we're not actually involved in finally eliminating the Witness.
You know, what I would enjoy is if there is some sort of lead up to weakening the Witness, and then I'm okay with, like, we're doing this, and this, and power up the Traveler, and then it powers you up so you can actually take on the Witness or so. Like, have a lore story behind it, not just like, all of a sudden, I'm the only one that can fight her by myself. Like, where did that come from?
You would think that the final shape year would be seasons that are just...
That would be so... Like, I was just thinking that. That would be so cool if you had 3 seasons. One season was doing this one thing that weakens this part. This season does this thing that weakens this. This season does this thing that weakens this. And then there's the big final Destiny 2 raid at the very end. You do it, you kill the Witness, and at the end of that, the cutscene that plays announces Destiny 3.
What's going to happen is they're going to give us the raid initial release, but they're going to give us a final cutscene that actually finishes the story at the end of 3 seasons, and it's going to be shitty.
And it's going to be bad.
Yep.
And then I'm going to be like, I told you I was done after Final Shape, and then I'm going to leave. Because the cutscene's going to piss me off.
Yeah, and then you'll come back when they release Destiny 3.
No, I'm going to become a marathon man.
That's fine, too.
Even though I hate extraction shooters.
Well, you might love this one.
mean, it promises to be like the easiest to play extraction shooter ever, given how Bungie games are. You know,
Well, it
they're
won't
very
start
good at
that
making-
way. It'll be
they-
it'll be pretty difficult, and then everyone will complain about how hard it is, and then Bungie will just like gut their entire game and all of the challenge stuff that's associated with it, and then it will be the easiest extraction shooter that you've ever played.
I'm making the prediction right now that on release within the first week, Twitter is going to be full of people complaining about Marathon having far too much aim assist, like all Bungie shooters, and being too easy to kill other people.
They should just not let it be playable with controller.
That's not going to happen, and you know it.
Just mandatory mouse and keyboard.
It's going to be controller support. It's going to be on console from start. It's going to be crossplay. Yep.
All right. Yeah.
Maybe they'll shock us all and have mouse and keyboard support on PlayStation, since you can do that on some games on PlayStation. The producer just needs the production company just needs to make it possible.
It's only mouse and keyboard. Like, people plug it in, they only have a controller because nobody has a mouse and keyboard for a PlayStation, and it's just like, no, you can't play this until you have a mouse and keyboard. Could you imagine how mad they'd be? They'd be like, what the fuck is this bullshit? And then all the PC gamers would be just like, get good, fucking idiots.
I mean, meanwhile, they've got a Zim plugged into their PC.
I mean, you can look at my Crucible stats. I sure as hell don't have a Zim plugged into my PC.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that meant, but
That's just default strength. Ignore it. What it sounds like.
No, I'm agreeing about my Crucible stats.
oh, okay. It didn't sound like that. You were just like, yeah, it's true. Like, he bad.
No.
Like, that's
I
how.
also suck at Crucible.
Okay, that's
that
how
was not a dig. That was not a dig. That was a 100% agreement from personal experience.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I've definitely streamed a little bit of Crucible before, and it's never usually good because, first of all, I'm only mid-tier, middle of the pack, I would say. 3,400, 3,500-ish in the old glory days. I don't know where I am now or what the numbers are. But when I'm streaming it, I'm way worse. Like, I'm just...
What's your
Trying to put on a show, trying to make it flashy.
generally? What's your average seasonal KD?
It's probably like 1.0.
All right, then listen. That means you're above probably about 60% or 70% of Destiny players, because the average Destiny player is a 0.8.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say I range anywhere between 0.95 to a 1.05, depending on the season. Because if I don't play it a lot, I get worse. I mean, pretty sure everyone does, but
I know that feeling.
yeah. And I'll take big breaks from Crucible. Like, I haven't played Crucible since Iron Banner. I gilded my Iron Banner last season. Haven't touched
Going
it.
into Iron Banner this
But
week,
then-
the most common quote from me was, "I am shit. I am shit. I am shit." It's constantly.
But the thing is sometimes I'll do like a 10 reset season. Like, I just go ham, and I'm really loving it for some reason. I know that's hard to like comprehend for Crucible mains, but yeah, for the people that don't play it on a regular basis, just so you know, we can enjoy it thoroughly
I
sometimes.
don't care what anybody says. I think Crucible is fun most of the time.
Yeah, I enjoy it when I'm in there. If I ever want to try, like, I could definitely go in there today and be angry if I want to be, and it's as simple as trying to go and get that, like, legend emblem or whatever it's called. And then I'll get mad because I know I'm not good enough, and I'll blame everyone else. Like, that's just human nature. They'll be like, why did you do this? Why did you do that? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, but like, in reality, I'm probably like positioned wrong or some shit. Or we both suck, like, obviously. One of those things. But I don't know. That's just the way it is, and I recognize it when I'm outside of the situation, but I can't recognize it when I'm in the situation. And I always think it's super funny because, like, I used to play a lot of League. You know how angry League players are, and they'll always do. It's like it's like I'm always really good, but I'm being held down by the rest of my team, or da 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 da. But we watch people again and again and again and again on Twitch. It's like a popular thing to smurf through the lower levels and take a character up to Diamond or Challenger, or even Platinum. People do it, and they do it every time, and they go like 29-1. So it's proof right there that if you're good enough, you can carry it, good enough to get high enough up, that you can carry your entire team if you need to be. So everybody that's in silver complaining that they're, or gold or whatever it is, complain like me. Like in the moment, I do this in Destiny, but I'm able to have a little retrospective afterwards, where I go. But in the moment, I'm just like. And they are. It's like, all my teammates are always holding me down. I know I have the skills to get to gold or platinum, or I don't know the adept. I think I don't know in Destiny. But guess what? Just newsflash to all you people that act like that, you're not good enough, because the people that are good enough can carry bad teammates. Just so you know.
Unless you're in Gambit, in which case those blueberries on your team, they really do suck.
Yeah, that's true. Listen, if you have any more than, what is it, 35 for first bank?
I think it was 35 or 40.
Okay. If you have any more than 2 over the bank amount, and you go somewhere else other than the bank, you should just hang yourself right now.
Metaphorically.
No, just...
Yes, he means metaphorically, internet.
Look, we're not famous enough that we have to worry about that type of shit. All right.
But for when we are famous enough, people go
We
back
just
and
come back
watch
to
the
the-
origins.
We just come back and scrub all these.
Such an edgy comedian.
All right, whatever. Don't actually hang yourself. God, or
Just
do it by your
stop
ankle.
playing
Do it by your ankle or some shit. All right.
Just stop playing Gambit.
Stop being bad at Gambit.
That too.
It's real easy. Whoever gets the first invade, 99% of the time, they win the game. It's not fucking rocket science. Just put the shit in the thing and go kill them while they have blockers. Like... Because guess what?
If it wasn't a hard thing, it wouldn't happen all the time.
But why? Anyway, it demotivates them. I know it demotivates me. I give up the moment that we lose the race to the first invade. Not necessarily if we kill the invader right away. I'll keep like rocking. But if he kills like 2 of the people with like 10, 15 motes, then yeah, I'm just like, whatever, dude. I'm going to go dance in the corner. A cat ear dance in the corner. And go take a shit or something.
You don't want to get that gambit penalty.
I'm toxic. I'm realizing
It's
now
fine.
as a
Don't worry about it.
Nah.
But it's funny, like, if somebody's like AFK at the beginning of a match, I'll stand there and shoot them in the face until they come back. Because I'm mad that they're AFK.
Note to self: do that next time I do something with green.
It's like, why are you loading into Gambit and then not at your computer?
I mean, they could have not thought that the next match was going to start as quickly and stepped away.
Okay, turn your volume up, idiots. Whatever. It's all good. I was talking about what I was playing this week, but I haven't really played anything. Because I talked about FF16. I'm excited to get into it. People are saying it's good. It's getting good reviews, which is great. Because 15 was a hot pile of steaming garbage. Not really. Like, 50% of that game was good. The other 50% of that game was like, what the fuck happened? Did your writers all have aneurysms? Like...
I've been seeing conflicting reports about this one too, though.
I'm seeing way more positive reports than I am conflicting reports. The only conflicting report I've seen so far is from Jason Schreier, and I think that guy is a kind of not a good judge of what's a good video game. I'm gonna be nice about it because I think he's a good journalist. I've disagreed very often with his takes on review scores of games. So me and him just don't have the same opinion. You notice how polite I'm being about him and how angry I am about just
Paul Tassi and
other
people.
journalists that suck ass. Yeah, that's because one of them is an actual journalist and is respectable, and the other one is a degenerate. I'll let you guys figure out which one it is.
All
I'm
because
gonna
of
have a
his
hard time.
fire
I'm gonna
team
need a
chat
minute to figure that out.
appearance way back in the day. All because of the fire team chat appearance.
That's what started it. I'm not lying. I listened
know
to
you're
Fire
not.
Team
We
Chat.
discussed this here. I know you're not.
I used to listen to Hard News back in the day when Destin Legary was at screwattack.com. And I really liked it. And then when I heard he was going to IGN, I was like, fucking sell out. And I didn't watch Fire Team Chat for the longest time. I was just like, no, fuck that guy. He's a sellout. Because Screw Attack was awesome. Anyway. And then I decided to watch it one time. And yeah, it was just... Paul was on there and he just didn't know anything about the game. Which doesn't make any sense to me. It's like... How do you write so much about this game, but know less than me, somebody who barely fucking plays the game? It blew my mind. And then I'm like, all these people look up to him for his opinion, but he knows nothing about the game. But then how does he write all these articles with all of the detail about the game? Like, I couldn't comprehend it. Like, my mind exploded. And I'm like, is he writing these things? Like, is he actually writing them? Because surely he knows more than this. Anyway. Maybe it was just a bad... Maybe he'd taken a couple weeks off or something. I don't know. I was really disappointed. Anyway, Dustin, if you ever watch this, you're a sellout. You should have never left Screw Attack. I know you would be broke now because they went out of business, but I don't care. You're still a sellout.
I mean, he's doing his own stuff now.
I mean, he still works for IGN, doesn't he?
I thought I could have sworn he left.
Yeah, well. He still left Screw Attack. You guys ever watch that? Anything on there? Have you ever seen...
Know what it was.
Have you ever seen... shit, what are they called? I don't know. They're like versus battles where like Superman will fight fucking King Kong or some shit. I can't think of the name of them. Rooster Teeth bought that portion. Like, that was their most successful thing that they ended up ever doing. And Rooster Teeth bought that from them and a couple people that came along with it. And then Screw Attack rebranded as Game Attack. And there was just 2 people left. But they used to have like a whole studio, everything, people. They were doing gaming news. They were just making fun videos on the internet. I actually never understood how they stayed alive. Because like their videos didn't get that much support. I didn't even know how they were doing any of that. And then, and then it was just the 2 of them. I think they might still stream on YouTube or some shit, but it's a shell of what it used to be. I bought a piece of merch from them back in the day. It was, it had the Chrono Trigger frog on it. And it said, "Don't be such a bitch." I loved it. Because they produced a TV show called, or not a TV show, but like a video series called Life in a Game. And ironically, the guy that did that, I don't know, he got canceled like 3 years ago for like women beating or some shit. I don't know.
Jesus.
Something like that, domestic abuse. Or, I can't remember. I might be wrong. I think his name was Jared.
Like, he got canceled for something like beating up women or sexual harassment or touching kids. I don't know.
It was one of those things. I don't know what it was. He was outsourced though. Like it was this guy that was making these videos and they were becoming popular, and ScrewTech came in and said, "Here, we're gonna give you some money to make these better, and then we're also gonna sell your merch on our store." So that's how that all came about. So he wasn't actually part of part of them. So it's okay. They're still cool. He's not, but they are.
I only remember watching like G4 back in the day when it was good.
They used to be partnered with Video Game Nerd. That's his videos would go up on Screw Attack before he would launch them on his YouTube channel. Angry Video Game Nerd. Surely you know who I'm talking about now, right? Please, for the love of God. No! Angry Video Game Nerd! Ah!
Maybe, I don't know. I'd have to
He plays Nintendo games and he gets real fucking mad at them. It's that simple.
I vaguely think I know who you're talking
It
about.
sounds familiar.
The
but
Angry Video Game Nerd. Whatever, I don't care. You guys, you're all dead to me. It's fine. Let's watch the cutscene.
oh, you know, just watch it live. All right. Cool.
Yeah, why the fuck not? Just need to what? Cutscene.
Spoilers. If you haven't done the story this week.
Spoilers,
For it.
everybody.
Big spoilers.
I don't want cutscenes. Okay, this is the one I want. All right, hold on. The birth of the witness. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yep.
All right. Shout out to Profane Gaming for posting this. I don't know how well it's going to show up in your thing, or if you have any
I can see it.
audio. No, what I mean when it's actually playing.
Oh.
I don't know if I hit share audio. Well, if you don't hear it, it's fine. You've already seen it in game. They should hear it over my audio on OBS. You do? Okay. Oh, whoops. All right. I thought that was... Why is it so weird? This is before the cutscene, but I wanted to see what the fish says.
Our minds are one, linked by the darkness, but only for a moment. I must borrow Sloan's voice to speak my words. Please, heed them well. Before you can confront the witness, you must understand it. The witness's first victims were once like you, struggling for survival, bolstered by hope, until their hopes became reality. They called it the Gardener, their deity of life. It ushered them into a golden age. For eons they prospered, but their newfound God spoke to them. It lavished them with gifts, but not with guidance. And though they lived in paradise, they came to crave a greater purpose. They desired meaning, structure, a winnower to shape the garden. Their scholars discovered that the Gardener shared a connection with another entity among the stars. They called it the Veil, and when they found it, they arrived to claim it. They already knew much about the light, how it could bend the laws of the universe and create life. But they came to realize that it could bring ruin just as easily. The cosmic events it set in motion could wipe out entire civilizations in a heartbeat, without reason. And so they saw the light, not as a source of prosperity, but of unfettered chaos. By studying the Veil, they came to know the darkness. A power that was shaped by thought and consciousness. And in the darkness, they found the means to carve away the chaos of existence, to calcify it into a final shape, eternal and perfected. They brought the veil back to the gardener in an attempt to strengthen their connection. There, they could reshape reality itself. The gardener would not allow it. And so it fled their world. But they would not be deterred. Having witnessed the truth in the darkness, they used its binding power to merge themselves into the salvation they craved. Thus began the witness's pursuit. Its campaign to impose meaning on a meaningless universe. One that is nearly at its end.
All right, there you go.
Mm-hmm. Did you understand any of that, Green?
I think we lost Green.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm good. I forgot. I muted my mic so you wouldn't hear me breathing over that. Okay, so yeah, I understood that. That's good. All right, so there was a civilization. The traveler showed up, helped out like he always does, and they just wanted more. And now they're angry that he wouldn't accept that. Okay, cool.
I don't know. What I got from that is because the traveler was buried on that planet, and just
Yeah,
kind of
that's what I got too.
was there. Like, so that was like the first civilization that both dark and light interacted with.
Okay. Anyway, there are a bunch of people that couldn't handle that their existence was meaningless, so they got real angry and merged into one person.
Megamind.
Megamind. Got it. All right. So Rect was right. And that seems like somebody just wrote that yesterday to appease the rest of us. Like, do you remember when the traveler rose up from the last city, and then there was that shot that looked exactly like Destiny 1's cover art?
Yeah.
And people legitimately thought in their brains that this was all like some planned event to tie, the beginning of a cycle to the end of a cycle. And it wasn't just some fucking coincidence that they ran across. This proves to those morons that thought that this was all some sort of elaborate 10-year plan that they just come up with this shit on the fly as they're moving along.
You don't think this was the narrative that they cooked up?
10 years ago? No. Because it would, unwrap everything. We would have, I don't know, yeah. It would have put everything together into one big thing, which...
that cutscene definitely should have been in the actual Lightfall campaign DLC, though, for sure.
That cutscene would have made a lot more sense being at the end of Lightfall, yes. Or being somewhere in the process of going through Lightfall. So we had some reason for wanting to stop Callus from getting a hold of the veil in the first place, rather than not knowing what the hell it was the entire time, and then getting there and seeing that it's like some kind of upside down mushroom tree, weird spermy looking thing, and still not knowing what it is. All right.
Mm-hmm. That's a good explanation. Yeah, we still don't know what it is. We didn't learn a damn thing about that other than it was the darkness. The traveler, was the light, and the veil was the darkness. They learned all the darkness from the veil. And got real mad at the traveler. because he said, "No, get me away from the darkness, you fucking douchebags." And they're like, "No, I'm gonna megamind your ass and then chase you forever." Whatever.
What if it turns out that the Traveler is actually the bad guy all along?
Oh, I've said that like a billion
I don't think that the Traveler's going to be like the bad guy, but I don't think it's going to be like unjustly good. I feel like at the end of this, and this is my theory, I feel like both sides are going to lose. They're like, Traveler's going to be gone, Vale's going to be gone, and it's just going to be us, and then maybe Witness will be dead too, maybe hopefully. But
Bro,
I feel
we
like all that
spent
shit's going to be gone.
we spent almost 10 years being xenophobic murder machines. All right, we're not the good guys. We never have been. All right,
Mm-hmm.
we're not the hero of this story.
So what's gonna happen is everything that Good Saint just said, but what somehow the Traveler and the Veil were keeping a portal to like another galaxy closed, and it's gonna open, or travel between galaxies is gonna open, and then a new threat from like fucking Andromeda or some shit. It's going to emerge in the Milky Way galaxy.
But that's like how, like, because I feel like at the end of all this, once the two big things that we know of currently are gone, whatever, like, what else is there? So something like that would have to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're not gonna go anywhere. You know what's gonna happen? The Witness and the Traveler are gonna hug it out at the end. They're gonna come to an understanding and like merge together or join forces and not be either the Traveler or the Darkness anymore.
And what's
They're
gonna
have some
happen?
kind of apotheosis.
Is they're gonna
Or-
merge into that character from the marathon poster, and then all of a sudden you can't open Destiny anymore. It's just marathon in your Steam browser, and that's it.
You got to hit and pre-order now.
You know what? It just doesn't.
Imagine the cutscene happens at the end of the raid and it fades out to an ad for another game.
Buy now for the rest of this exciting story.
Oh man, that would be so funny though. They're like hyping that up. They're hyping that up, and then, like I said, something like what I just said happens or whatnot, and the way you fight against that, or however the story goes, ends up being like the extraction shooting mechanics of Marathon, and they just changed the name of Bungie or Destiny to Marathon. It's not even a new game. Everybody thought it's been a new game all along. It's just gonna be the continuation. It's the Marathon of Destiny.
Alright, well, anyway, I thought it was a good cutscene.
Yeah, it was fairly interesting and good. Yeah, I like the idea and the concept of like learning a little bit more about it. I don't like thinking that a Witness was just a civilization that learned from the Veil how to like merge themselves all into one to fight the Traveler. But
Apparently involved them chopping themselves into pieces, because that section, that wasn't just bodies hitting the ground, that was body parts hitting the ground.
Mm-hmm.
what a bunch of
Kinda
dorks.
creepy.
I am totally fine living in my meaningless existence. Why can't they? Like, we all know that like in reality, like in the size of the universe, like we are all meaningless specks of, I don't know, amoeba spawn. Like we're not like
Right.
whatever.
In the grand
Anyway,
scheme of things, yeah.
it doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah, but and
Eventually our
I'm
sun's
totally
gonna
fine with it.
explode and spread us all to the rest of the universe anyway.
I do have thoughts in my mind from time to time though, like the craziness of like what is out there and that I'll never know. Maybe they just had that really strongly, that they were really mad. They're like, there's so much stuff out there and we'll never know about it. Traveler, you could help us know about it. If you just
They had
talk
pyramid ships then, though.
well,
They could
a
just fly and go
pyramid.
see.
Yeah, but look how long it's taken him to get to fucking Earth. We knew he was coming to Earth for like 2 years. So imagine where they're coming from. Try to cross the gap between galaxies. Good Saint. You know how long that would take to go from one end of the Milky Way galaxy to the other. I mean, under light speed would take thousands and thousands of years. The gap between galaxies would take like 1,000,000 years. It's real big, dude. Real fucking big.
The Reapers did it in 6 months, and then the one ship went to Andromeda in 600 years. Do better.
600 years.
Listen, the Traveler is full of paracausal ability. It can be where it wants, when it wants.
I've
Every
never
story
seen it
fiat.
teleport anywhere other than Savathun's throne world.
And that's because she did that.
I don't even understand that. Was it actually there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why didn't we see any cutscenes about people freaking out that the Traveler was gone on Earth?
Because destiny.
That shit would have been crazy though. Could you imagine like Zavala sitting at a tower just like staring out at the Traveler and then it disappears? He'd be like,
Well, he had already kind of given zero fucks about the Traveler at that point anyway, because he's like, oh, my pseudo-essential god has given one of our greatest enemies our power. Cool. Now what the fuck do I believe in?
I know, but wouldn't it would have been cool to see people's reaction to the fucking Traveler
yeah,
just
for sure.
disappearing. How did we go from Witch Queen to Lightfall? What a fucking downgrade.
Yep.
I'm sure they'll turn it around for the final shape.
Let's
So-
go back to the best time.
So
Yeah,
am
the
I.
Shadowkeep times.
Oh my god. That was terrible. I'm just trying to think.
How about this? How about this meaty twid?
Yeah, okay.
Bob.
Yeah, I do kind of want to get this done. It's good talk today, though. Okay, meaty twid. All right, here's the TLDR. Throne World Fishing Rally. Okay, go fish on a Throne World. Bungie Day giving festival announcement. Okay, cool. What's new from the player support team? What the fuck?
Support for the players.
And then the video pics and art and video pics, and then that's it. That's literally it. Okay.
And no dogs or cats, because it was Timon who wrote this and not Hippie.
Timon! For the love of God, one day I hope you watch this podcast, because you just fucking suck beyond all reason, and I need you to know that you are the worst. That's all I got.
I will be forgiven if the next time you write this, there's a bunch of little links to animal pictures.
Just put a dog or a cat or a fucking red panda. That would, oof, I'll take that. Or maybe a baby kangaroo. Whatever you want.
You're starting to creep me out.
Why?
That was a weird reaction to red pandas.
They're cute as fuck, man.
Okay.
Have you seen those
All
things?
right.
All right, whatever.
When I go to the zoo and see a cute animal, my first reaction isn't, oh.
Well-
Like what I just heard come out of your mouth before you said red panda, all right? It's kind of weird.
I haven't had a lot of food.
Thinking about like barbecue sauce.
I haven't had a lot of
Hot
food yet
sauce.
today.
I'm not sure if you reach for the barbecue sauce or some other fluid after saying that, all right?
Barbecue
Weird.
or lube? Which one?
Oh well, it'd definitely be barbecue. I don't fuck animals. I eat them. You guys are weird. What's wrong with you?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Red panda onesie. Let's do it.
Oh, I should get one of those actually. I'd look like that big red. Wasn't that like a Pixar movie or some shit? DreamWorks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nice. I'm sure I could just get one of those. That would work. Okay. Anyway, so if you didn't know, blah. Go to Hawthorne, and you will get a quest about fishing.
Or not.
Don't do that. I
Why?
mean, you can do that, but
This is
You're
what the
gonna-
twid says.
you're gonna spend 500 bait. You're gonna fish for like 3 hours, and then at the end, you're gonna go back to Hawthorne.
Uh-huh.
She's gonna be like, "Here's a choice of 1 or 2 reckoning weapons, and it's gonna be the sniper and the sword. I think
Uh huh.
that's gonna be your reward. Has nothing to do with the exotic quest. If
Okay.
you're lucky, during this, you'll get your stuff for the exotic quest.
Yes. So you're going to be going for the exotic quest, so you might as well go and get this shit too. All right. So, speaking of the exotic quest, because it's something to actually talk about. I know you said you didn't get erect. Good thing you said you were able to get the fish.
Yep.
Is it just like one step, or is the weapon out?
It's
Like-
the first step of 3.
It's time
'Cause
gated over 3,
It's a time gated exotic.
and you have to
No
catch.
exotic mission.
You have to catch. You're gonna have to catch each of the 3 new exotic fish, which are also time gated.
Yep, you have to wait another 2 weeks to be able to get it.
I can't handle
And
this
then you
shit.
bank the fish at the helm.
Assuming this
And then you
is
have to
the
run deep
exotic
dives
quest.
and deposit the things that you get from the stuff you bank in the helm, and then you can get it, allegedly.
Yeah. You take the stuff you get from fishing into a deep dive. You go find a statue that is not part of the actual encounter, like you're searching for aquarium decorations, and go place the thing.
Man, I wish Diablo was better.
Then you wait. Hey, listen. I don't mind the time gated quest. I do mind having to fish up. I do mind RNG being such a big part of even being able to start the quest.
Yeah, that sounds dumb. All right. Anyway, we're gonna move on because I do want to finish up. So, Bungie Day Giving Festival looks like they're probably setting up a new fundraiser for Bungie Day. I don't really know what that goes to. Doesn't say here. So, Bungie Day, July 7th, is right around the corner. We're excited to welcome back Bungie Day Giving Festival for its fourth edition. This year's campaign returns to some of the biggest incentives, prizes, and surprises yet. The festival kickoff on Thursday, July 6th at 10 a.m. Okay, so...
There'll be more info next Wednesday.
Okay. We'll talk about it next week, everybody. Oh, wait. No, we won't. When's the 7th?
There's going to be more info about it released on the 28th. There's going to be an article next Wednesday, so we'll.
Oh, okay, so we'll talk about it on the
eventually.
Oh, we have to talk about that. I'm supposed to be doing the catastrophe stream on the 30th, which is when this podcast is scheduled. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, I guess we can go over the known issues.
Okay.
We're aware of an issue or battle rhythm seasonal challenge incorrectly instructs players to defeat the targets anywhere in the system. This challenge can be completed successfully completed in Game It, Crucible, or Vanguard Ops playlists. All right, everybody. So go into the playlist to get that done. The Strand Slayer Crucible bounty is not progressing from Strand primary weapon kills. Ooh.
Get
Good
fucked,
job,
immoral
Paul.
users.
Immortal and round robin. That's funny. So what do you got to use? There's we have
There's a fusion rifle.
oh yeah, okay. Right. Yeah, fusion rifle. Cool.
There's a trace rifle.
There's
Okay.
3 autos.
Autos.
Those are primary ammo.
Those are primary though. They wouldn't count.
There's a sword and a shotgun now.
Ooh, right, the sword. Cool,
There you
that'd be
go.
fun. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, so players can die from finishers if the enemy dies before the finishing animation completes.
That's that bug where if two people do a finisher, one of them dies at random.
That's
Yep.
hilarious. I want to.
Happened to me several times.
Same here.
All right, it's not fixed yet. FYI, the efficiency angler seasonal challenge is progressing inconsistently. What is up with this?
It's all right. You've got a quest that is going to make you catch 500 fish, so that'll help with that regardless. You'll just brute force your way past whatever the bug is.
Is this just a typo?
Yes.
Come on, Timon. God, did you not run this through ChatGPT to correct your grammar before you put it out? Jesus Christ, bro. It's free. I do not. That may have sounded ironic or whatever, but I do not send emails at work anymore without putting them through ChatGPT first. Just to correct my grammar and punctuation. Makes you sound way smarter.
Is that why we're seeing far less grammatical errors in the Discord posts?
No, they're created completely by AI.
I know they are. I know
Yes,
they
we
are.
all know. We all
I know
knew the
that.
moment
That's
you
why-
changed to it.
You can tell it's got all the emotes and the flashiness and everything like that attached to it.
No,
Oh, yeah.
it's the word usage that ultimately gives it away.
Whatever.
So
Anyway.
you gotta start experimenting with your prompts to tell chat to write as different like kinds of people, because chat will actually change how it puts its prose together depending on how you prompt it to act. Like you can tell it to write it as a first grade elementary school student, and it'll be pointedly different than what you're getting out of it now. In point of fact, some people that do like college discussion boards, they will go in and do their discussion boards via chat GTP, but they'll tell it to write it as like a 10th grade high school level, so it doesn't get picked up that it's chat GTP by the professor.
So I should tell it to purposely make spelling errors?
No, it'll just change the word usage.
Just say
The
write
word
it
usage
as
will be
a
different.
Canadian.
I mean, he's gonna get stereotypical Canadian
Write it as a
stuff.
politician.
All right. We're just gonna keep going. Crucible competitive placement series does not drop the Mercurial Overreach sniper rifle. That sucks.
That's been that way since it was that way for the weapon last season too. For
Yeah.
the
Well, this is a known issue, so
yeah.
it's supposed to. Anyway, due to an issue, Capri's Horn has been disabled again. The helm of Saint 14 doesn't work as expected. Not functioning as expected. Players can get outside the final boss arena after self-reviving in the Ghost of the Deep dungeon. Cool.
And you're on your flawless, and you go to. Oh, well, never mind. I guess it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter. Imagine you're just doing your solo, and it won't let you respawn in the arena.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I did not experience that, thankfully.
Alright. For first list of emerge. Oh wait, no, that's not a known issue. Alright, there's nothing else on here, guys. That's literally everything. Yeah. Okay. So close. Hold on.
Announcements?
1 second. There's a dog here. I just wanted to see what Girono Gaming is. She talks about her dog. She is Andrea, 36, plays games. Instagram, Twitch. Okay, she streams every day on Twitch. She's a streamer, everybody. All right, let's see if they're more popular than us, and if they are, we're not giving them a shout out.
If you want animals, you just click on her Instagram link, homie.
Yeah, lots.
She posts a lot of dogs.
Okay, they have 36,000 followers, which is exactly 31,000 more than me. So, I'm a sad panda. Wait, this is a guy. I'm so confused. What the fuck?
Maybe it is a guy.
Sorry. Well, did I read the name wrong, or is?
Oh, it's Audrey, but they're
And-
from Italy. They're from Rome, so maybe it's different.
Okay, I've just been saying she a lot, so apologies, chat or viewers.
He posts a lot of dogs on his Insta.
He's playing Diablo too. Smart. Would you stop? God. Alright, here we go. Yeah, Andrea. I've never heard that, even for an Italian name. That's crazy. And I know a Italian woman named Andrea. Andrea Marcantonio.
So Audrey might be.
It's Andrea, not Audrey.
Okay.
Punk.
No, yeah, for sure. Audrey will love that. You can follow her on Instagram. So Audrey is his spouse, I presume. But Audrey maybe isn't.
Oh, okay. I'm real confused without reading the whole thing. There could be lots of stuff on here. Would you tell your dog I love her very much? Audrey's his dog.
Okay.
For sure. Audrey will love that. You can follow her Instagram. And then you said there was lots of dogs because this is the dog's Instagram.
There you go.
That's Andrea. And Audrey.
Audrey. Yeah.
No, this is Andrea.
Is that Andrew? Okay.
I assume. I would imagine it's his dog. It looked like the guy that was streaming. Anyway, go follow him, guys. I forget what it was called. Giorono Gaming. Yeah, Giorn. I don't know. This one right here, everybody. I'll put the link in the chat below to his Twitch. You can find his other shit if you want to. That's it. And I'm talking like they can see any of this, which they can't.
Good job.
You guys can all see it now too, though. You see what they see. That's what this square is right here.
Listen, we've already fumbled the gender and species of people involved in that. Let's just move on.
Yeah. All right. Let's go.
We're like, who's a guy? Who's a girl? Who's a person? Who's a canine? I don't know.
That was terrible. All right. Shoutouts are I forget what I always call them.
Plugs.
Plugs.
Plugs. Yeah, that's right, baby. Anyone want to plug anything? Go for strings.
I got nothing. If you're a Shrouded member, which you probably are, like Rec's background, go do Clan Wars stuff. If you don't have Clan Wars stuff, go yell at your admin.
Or join a clan that cares about the community.
Exactly. I stole your plug, Rec.
Okay.
All right, good Saint.
Well, today that you're watching this is going to be Saturday the 24th, so there will be a recruitment post going out. Go do that for your Clan Wars points and to get as many new people into this lovely community as possible. And I have stopped streaming for the time being because I'm solely focused on Clan Wars and I really don't want to stream that stuff. But I
Why
will
not?
resume it afterwards.
What's wrong with Clan Wars and why can't you stream Clan Wars? Huh?
Because don't want to divulge information.
10 points from Gryffindor. Oh. Are the rumors true? Okay.
The bots are real.
I said it in the in one chat that my Russian bots that I had put into Warden's
Listen,
chat are working.
We gotta stop making this joke because some people unironically think it's not a joke. Okay.
Well,
I mean, well, that's,
For clarification, it's a joke.
If their brain cells aren't firing on all cylinders, then whatever. That's on
he's like that Greta Thunberg girl. He doesn't count.
Who?
You know Greta Thunberg? What's the disease she has that makes her so abrupt?
The name sounds familiar, but I don't know what you're talking
She's a 16-year-old environmentalist.
How dare you, girl?
Yeah. How dare you?
Greta Thunberg.
Why can't I think of what's her or what
Listen, 4x4. I'm
what she has?
I pronounce it Thornburg.
Does it start with an A?
Putting R's where they don't exist.
That's right.
That's the way we do it.
about. Yes, it is. And removing those troublesome U's from words as well, like color.
I had no idea she had a
favorite.
condition, Greener. I thought she was just an asshole.
Yeah, I can't think of what. For some reason, like a lot of words have been escaping me tonight. That's another one.
Maybe you need to take a nap.
I'm
No,
gardening too much.
Tourette's? I don't know.
no, it's not Tourette's. But people probably get them confused a little bit. But Tourette's are involuntary tics, whereas whatever this is just makes you incredibly blunt. Typically. Ah, fuck. Anyway, do your plugs and I'll think.
I'm sorry. I was looking it up. What it is?
Oh,
She has Asperger's.
that's it.
She has Asperger's. Okay. Rex plugs. Clan Wars is going on right now. Wardens is seriously kicking the shit out of every other clan. And if the other clans don't like me saying that, then I suggest you do something about it.
I mean, they're like 7 points ahead. All right, calm down.
Listen, homie, they've got under 70 people in the clan, and they are putting up numbers in all categories except for voice hours that are equal to or greater than the next two highest clans combined consistently. All right, that's it. That's it. You all want to beat the Wardens. need to start playing the game together more often. I don't know if you can chat enough for whatever their chatter boxes that sit in Discord text chat all day, but you want to maybe have a couple of people live there, you can approach them there. But y'all really need to start playing together more if you want to catch them. If you're in a clan that is not participating in Clan Wars, I suggest you move to a clan that's more engaged with the community. All right? There's 5 or 6 of them at the top of the list every week that I would suggest moving to. Only a couple of them are full. The rest of them have space. So go join those clans. Leave your unengaged friends behind. Also, I'm just going to preview that Organized Chaos is coming next month. I don't know the date yet. It's either going to be on the 22nd or the 29th, depending on when next month's Catastrophe stream is. So it looks like 22nd. Greener is flashing me the gang signs for, so we'll do the 29th then.
Well, no, I want you to do the 22nd.
Oh, you want me to do the 22nd? All right,
Yeah.
So that's what we'll be doing. It'll be on the 22nd. Typical 1 o'clock p.m. EST shenanigans. We'll do a couple of rounds. So there'll definitely be some PvP and some not PvP stuff in there. We just don't know how that order is going to fall. But come on out. It's a good time. Don't be scared of PvP if you typically don't like it. Organized Chaos is a different animal, and it's always been a good time whenever we've done it. So.
Yep. It's always a fun. It's always a blast.
Very fun.
If you want to come watch me prep for it, I stream SGC event stuff on Sundays. Twitch.tv/Mr_Rept. And I occasionally stream other game stuff. Mostly us failing at doing flawless runs. So, there you go.
You suck. Okay. Everything else, they've pretty much nailed all the stuff. Do Clan Wars, have fun. If you're not in the SGC and you stumbled in here, we're not always like this, I promise. You should come join our Destiny community. ShroudedGaming.com/Discord. We'll get you right into our Discord. Someone else will help you out from there to get into a clan if that's something you want. If not, you can just come chill, hang out, see how awesome we are. What else? Community streams, twitch.tv/ShroudedGaming. We're also raising money for Extra Life this year. Go donate. I'll put the link below. Or you could just probably look up Shrouded Gaming Extra Life and it might come up. Not 100%
What are those
sure.
goals for Extra Life, by the way?
Okay.
You think that I was going to let you skate by?
I totally forgot, and I'm tired. So we did update our milestone list to include the stuff we talked about last week. Those being tattoos from all of us. Well, not 4 strings, but he can get one too if he wants.
I'm good.
So the first goal was I'm going to dye my hair. That's happening on July 3rd. Second goal, 4,000. 24-hour game day turns to 48 hours. Third goal, 7,500. We're all going to get tattoos. I don't know if Rect has his wife's approval yet. And they'll most likely be SGC/Extra Life themed. And then 10,000 goal. Good Saint will get a tattoo on his lower back, aka tramp stamp. And we'll add Fox Greener with Bilk Mag to the tattoo. Too bad you couldn't tattoo gifts on your body. That'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome. Dude, that would be the best.
I don't foresee my wife having an issue with me doing what I want.
Okay.
Also, when it happens, because I'm sure the awesome people that are part of the SGC are going to make this happen. I will see what I can do about if I can arrange to have my session filmed, and then if we need to cut it down or whatever, to cut out some clips, then.
That'll be cool. I'm glad she won't worry about it because me and Good Saint were talking privately the other day, and we said if she said no, we're gonna sneak into your house and tattoo something on her forehead. So.
I mean,
listen, I didn't.
No, it was his idea.
I live in Arizona,
I suggest
and
it's too.
Arizona's got a reputation, so I would be careful about just breaking into my house randomly.
Oh,
Going out my wife.
If I was going to do it anyway, I would break into your house and cuddle with you in bed. That's what I would do for real. If we're going to be serious here.
Okay.
I'll just make sure to gas the house first, so you're all unconscious.
Yeah, that's a good option. Because otherwise, bad things would happen to some people.
Man, just stop and have a conversation before you shoot the intruder. What the fuck, bro?
This is America. That's not what you think, too.
I know, but if you just stop and have a conversation, you'd realize it's me, and I mean you no harm.
Except for that tattoo gun in your hand.
That ain't gonna kill anyone.
Unless it's not cleaned, and then you can die of an infection.
Oh, for the love of God, shut up.
Anyway, I don't think it's going to be a problem. It shouldn't be an issue. We just
All
need
right,
to get the logo sorted out that's good for tattooing.
I just wanted to preface that, just in case something did come up, and then everybody's like, "Wait, we hit the goal," and then I have something to say. We told you that there was potential of it being taken away. Look, guy with a claw.
I guess if I get that tattoo, I won't be able to leave Destiny after the final shape. I'll have to stick with it as long as the SUC exists because I've got the organization tattooed on my body.
Mm-hmm.
We're stuck with you forever. Let's go. Oh. I make you guys get tattoos and then I delete everything the day after.
I would just go back and have him edit the version of the tattoo then.
What? You wouldn't leave
No,
it as a
just
memory?
No, I would have him put your like photorealistic face and me, but like us together, but like naked. As a
I'd have him tattoo a big old pineapple over mine.
Nice.
Oh,
That's a good choice. That's a good choice. I like that. Anyway, we should go. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching episode 22 of This Week at Shrouded. Once again, thank you from your host, A Greener, and our guests, 4x4 Strings, Mr. Good Saint, and Mr. Wreck. Thank you for so much for your time on this Friday evening. And, yeah, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.